Do you ever watch someone paint the Mona Lisa only to watch the team spill coffee all over it? That's exactly what happened last night with Paige Bueckers and the Dallas Wings. Right after this quick break, we're going to tell you all about it here on the DLLS Wings podcast. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the DLS Wings podcast. I am your host, Erica Lee Day. I'm joined by Bobby Corella, and my freaking tag team partner is finally here at the beginning of the show. Hey, G! How the heck are you guys on this fine afternoon? You guys are in downtown Dallas. I'm not, but that's okay. How the heck are you guys doing today?
I'm doing well. Good to see you as always. How are you?
Sweaty. But I have a surprise for you guys. Shout out to Elijah behind the Mac, pushing the X to the nose, driving the bus, if you will, today. The bus is going to be a little chaotic. Erica hasn't eaten a meal today, so today's
Oh
bus,
no.
it's going to be a little rocky, but that's okay because we have a surprise to start off the show. And listen, I'm gonna just be honest with you guys. I've been gifted a few like basketball trading cards or collectible. I don't know what the heck the correct terminology is for them. I use them as bookmarks, also bookmarks, and also bookmarks. So what usually ends up happening is I lose them. But if you haven't noticed, my backdrop is a little bare. So me and my roommate have been, pulling in some creative things to try to get the backdrop to be exciting. And one of those things is we started collecting these little figures. You may have seen them on TikTok, known as teeny mates. But KG, Bobby, look, I have an entire team of Paige Bueckers right now.
Oh
Look,
yeah?
1, 2, 3, 4, just
Oh,
Paige
Oh.
Bueckers.
wow.
This one's glow in the dark.
Oh
Okay,
my gosh.
very limited edition. Okay, mind you, very limited edition. I had to buy so many packs to get this one little guy. Okay, so
Oh wow.
put some respect on Paige. But yeah, we got three, actually four standard Paige because couldn't take out of my lineup out there. Got a full squad. But then also they, even though she doesn't work here anymore, she doesn't really rep it anymore. That's okay because she was still included in a Wings jersey. Shout out Dejanay. I have
Oh.
an army of Dijonais as well. Between Cam Brink, Dijonais, and Paige, oh, the blondies are ready to take them out with my teammates. They're pretty cool. So,
No, those are
yeah, we're
awesome.
gonna put a little shelf behind me here soon, and you'll see my entire squad, which I have like 35 of them right now. Teammates right behind me. KG, that's pretty cool, right? I said, like, to be honest, if you think they're lame, don't tell me. But you guys think they're cool, right?
Pressure's on.
I mean, you spent hard-earned money, so anything that you spent that hard-earned money on is cool to you. If it's cool to you, it's cool to me. We're all good here.
No, I think those are cool. I really want to know though if the sun ever sets in the Phoenix area or in the state of Arizona, I really want to know how like radiant the glow in the dark one is. So if it does get dark, send a little pic in the group chat so we can see. I need to
My
see
roommate
darkness Page.
and we have a joke. I only eat at night, like only in the pitch black of the world do I ever eat a meal. And so Paige Bueckers actually leads me to the pantry every night. Glow in the dark Paige takes me to the pantry. Yeah, so she's really helpful. So shout out to Paige. But I'm hoping to get some more limited edition. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Obviously, I'm decked out with the wings though. They've given me all they can offer in regards to the wings. So shout out to Teeny Mates or whoever makes those things. I don't really know, but impeccable get from the brand redacted store I went to buy them. It was just
Indeed.
incredible work.
Indeed.
But to celebrate glow in the dark, she knew I got glow in the dark Page. She heard through the grapevine that I got the limited edition, and she wanted to do something limited edition worthy, which is why Paige Bueckers went out last night versus the Sparks, scored a historic high of 44 points on a unreal 80% from the field shooting percentage, and then on top of it a 93.1 true shooting percentage, the second highest like efficiency of all time in 40-point games behind only Kelsey Plum, which is kind of a disgusting stat when you realize that Kelsey Plum is the game winner in the game. But above all else, like, it was a freaking fantastic showing from Paige Bueckers, and she's just proving to be the player that we've been saying she is. And the number one thing that this game did for me was lock up a unanimous rookie of the year, which I think is important. I was ready to call for a certain someone's head regarding some losses that I felt maybe, we're going to subject Paige to a non-unanimous rookie of the year. But I feel like this performance single-handedly like put her back at the top of the list for everybody.
Most ethical 44-point game you can drop. Like 17 to 21. She was perfect from the 3-point line, and she scored the final 13 points down the stretch. She was the reason why the Wings had a chance to win that game last night. Obviously, the late game execution wasn't great on both ends of the floor, with Kelsey Plum getting the game winner to end the game last night. But Bobby, it just proves everything that we believed about Paige Bueckers. She is an absolute Ferrari, and she was on full display, all gas, no brakes last night, because she was spectacular. In fact, she scored in the final 14 minutes and 46 seconds of that game. She scored 28 points in the final 14:45 of that game last night and just absolutely took over. She was as good as advertised as she's been all season long.
Yeah, she was unbelievable. And, Dallas basketball fans of late have gotten to see some high-level entertainers, right? Like, we know if you've been watching Mavs games for a while, or, frankly, if you're watching Enrique when Enrique is on a heater, you can kind of tell, like, right from the opening jump, like, there's something a little different about them. Like, when Kyrie's pulling up from 35 right away, you're like, oh, my God. Or, like, Luka's a couple step backs in a row. Paige's first shot, I know it was her first bucket. I think it was her first shot. It was a pull-up 3 from, like, 30 feet out.
Yeah.
You're like, okay. Like, she's feeling it. Because normally she's only taking a couple threes a game, and she'll take them later on. But, like, her first shot, she's getting that thing up. And then, she's pulling up from 18. She was very aggressive. Now, obviously, a bunch of players being out opens up a lot of opportunities for her to be on the ball and look for shots in ways that maybe is not the case so much whenever, Enrique's out there and a bunch of the other vets are healthier or on the team at all. But I mean, it was clear right from the tip that she was going to get hers. And I mean, what she did in the third and fourth quarter, especially, was just unbelievable. What's up, Dorothy?
Welcome to the shore, Dorothy. Yeah, the mayor's gonna
Hey,
cancel
we're
school so
best
that
friends.
so that Dorothy can get here timely. I'm just gonna move school up like half an hour, just a little bit. As the mayor, I feel like I'm allowed to do that, right?
Oh, no. She's frozen. We'll get her back, though.
My girl is stuck. It's okay. Elijah will fix it, as he fixes everything for us all the time. That's
Can
his
y'all
job.
see
Shout out
me?
to him. Ooh.
Up, Dorothy, do you read us?
You can do that.
We hear you.
We'll get her back.
We'll get her back.
Yeah, we'll get her back.
I wonder if it would be easier for it to just be audio only. That way, like, Stein joins sometimes. That way the video's not stressing it so much.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll work on it. It was unbelievable, though. Her performance was unbelievable. Like, and I thought it was interesting, too, after the game. This is kind of like moving the conversation forward, and I don't mean to do this, but I do just want to make it a point to mention it. After the game, someone asked her about scoring in the mid-range, and she was like, like, teams give that up. Teams will allow you to do that. So if you can knock it down, it's a good shot, which is true. We say it all the time. If you can knock down that shot, it's a great shot. It doesn't matter where you are on the floor. If you can pull up, Caitlin Clark, you can pull up from 40 feet. For you, it's a good shot. For me, it's a bad shot. Because I suck at basketball. But like for you, it's a great shot. And if Paige is going to be automatic from 18 to 20 feet, coming off a screen, there is space there because the defenders are focused on limiting stuff at the rim, or they're focused on being close enough to their defender to where they can close out if Paige wants to kick it out for a 3. So there is always that little pocket of space right underneath the 3-point line. And for her, if it's a layup, just keep spamming that, because what that's going to do is strike the fear of God in your opponents. They're going to get out closer to you, and then you can just floor it, get past them, and then you got an actual layup. So I mean, for her to be this far along in her rookie season, like, it's not even fair.
Yeah, I think that's the incredible part about her game, is that not only you mentioned what she was doing in the mid range. I mean, obviously her handle is as tight as any in the league. She was taking folks off the dribble, getting to the basket at will anytime that she wants to. Her layup package is incredible. Like, there's nothing in her game offensively that is a weakness. I mean, she's a 3-level scorer that can get to any point on the floor that she wants to. and that just makes her that much more dangerous every time she steps on the floor. So it was a virtuoso performance from her because you saw every facet of her game, and there was absolutely nothing that Los Angeles can do. I mean, Cameron Brink at one point tried to get her at the, on the right wing and tried to guard her. She blew past her for, an incredible layup. So, like, there's just nothing that anyone could do for Los Angeles last night. And like I mentioned earlier, she is an absolute Ferrari. She is incredible to watch, and she put on an absolute show last night for sure.
I don't know if Dorothy's still with us. Okay, that's okay because I know you guys have plenty to say on the final moments of last night's game, and I want to start
Here,
by Paige. Hello?
can you hear me?
We
Oh, we
can.
sure can.
I
Dorothy?
I really think the video is stressing it out, but like, if the video's not on, but we can still hear, I still think that's good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Elijah's working on it. We're sorry,
that's okay. I
everybody.
know
And also
Elijah's
sorry
gonna
to
fix it.
Dorothy.
Yeah, mostly sorry to Dorothy. Um, Passing out, Paige passing out in that final offensive possession for the Wings. Uh, it felt like a result of her trying to play UConn basketball with players that were not shooting UConn level scoring last night. No one on the team was shooting over 50% from the field last night. So passing out in that situation definitely would. It felt even in the real time, like when I watched her pass to Isaiah, I'm like, what? Did you have to do that? But it's just the style of basketball that Paige Bueckers plays, and my optimistic spin to that, because I have to find one, right? That's my whole job. Is that when they get some better pieces around Paige, that could win them the game instead of what we saw last night. And so, it is a tough game to lose, and I hate that the Wings are officially out of playoff contention. Listen, I've been hooting the playoff horn since the first show on this show, first episode of this show. Even sometimes to most people on the show's annoyance because they're like, Erica, they're not going to the freaking playoffs. Shut up. But I'm like, they can do it. Just believe enough. But no, like they're not going to. That's official, and that's fine. They can build around Paige and the team can get better. I saw a tweet earlier that said that this year's offseason is a GM's playground if they do it right. And that is the truth. And so while yes, it was a frustrating moment in real time, it shows that Paige's process is correct and will win games in the future. So while last night you didn't see the fruits of the labor, and it definitely stinks. Losing a game where your star player scores 44 points and they lose by one, yeah, that definitely stings if you're a Wings fan. But I think the optimism you can find in that is worth a little something.
Yeah, I mean the late game execution I thought left a little bit to be desired. I mean, you mentioned, especially the sequence. I mean, you go back to the whole last minute 10 seconds of the game last night. I mean, Maisha Hines-Allen has a turnover, and then obviously you get to the 30 second mark, and you get the stop on the defensive end if you're Dallas, and then you have a chance, especially you're up.
Run the clock a little bit.
Exactly. You're up one. Time scoring situation says the person who's got 44 points, I want the defense to have to foul her. I don't necessarily want her to have to give the ball up or for her to give the ball up to Isaiah James. And then when she does, Isaiah takes a three-pointer, with about 22, 23 seconds left and about 11, 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Just not a great decision there in that moment because you have the chance, as we mentioned, with the time and score on your side to make Los Angeles foul you. And even if Isaiah, gets the ball in that right corner there, shot fake, maybe get it, go to the rim to try and draw a foul or something. But as Bobby mentioned, to run a little clock. And I thought, that part of the game. And then you get to the very end. Kelsey Plum made a play. I mean, she got the ball, got a switch on Geisel Suter, took her to the basket, blew past her, and then no one came to contest the shot. And she gets the lefty banker to finish off
the last
game.
offensive play, it's like, they're not going to foul you because you still have to get a shot up, you know, but like the right basketball play is finding the open player. And then once the open player gets the ball, the right basketball play is to time, time, situation, score, and that was not the time or the situation to go for a score.
Especially a shot of that
but
nature
again,
on
it's
the
a
three.
rookie. It's a rookie.
Yeah.
And then, Luis at the other end, I thought, she kind of bungled that play against Kelsey Plum. But Kelsey Plum's also a really good player.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, it's bank in a 14-footer. Kind of brutal Dorothy, what happened in the last minute of that game?
Can y'all hear and see me? I'm so sorry.
We
Can y'all
can. No,
hear
you're
me?
good.
No,
You're
you're
good.
good.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
Hello.
Eric,
Hello.
AG, and how you doing, Bobby? Last night, I didn't get to have my little page party. Could I have a couple of minutes to
Oh
say something
yeah.
Oh, for
from?
sure.
But
Go bonkers.
I think what I'm most surprised about is that everybody was saying, "Oh, Rookie of the Year sealed." It's like, okay, I think that was already kind of a given. Not looking at the Wings record, of course, but just Paige is that woman. Paige is that superstar. She came into the league a champ already. You know, she already had a chip, and you already knew what kind of player she was, and that she was only going to go higher. So I think what she did last night is just an inkling of what her career in the WNBA is going to be. I sure hate that it's not on a winning team right now that have been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, that she's not able to go into the postseason in her rookie season. But I think just what she's doing, the records she's setting and breaking, the way that she just came out of nowhere last night with a stellar game, I think that that's just a tip of what we're going to see in her long career in the W. So I'm also pleased at the way that a lot of the NBA players were on social media giving her props. A lot of the W players, it's like the response on social media to her game last night was astounding. You know, I think that we all knew what Paige is and what she has and what she would bring to the team. But I think this underscores, and I'm sure we'll talk about it in a little bit, this underscores the need for a veteran coach, the need for some different pieces around her, because you can see what she can be and what she can bring to a team. And they still lost the game. You know, after all of that, that was so heartbreaking, you know, but then a different conversation if Kelsey's, you know, shot didn't go in. It was a 1 point, 1 point win. So I have so many just thoughts about what happened last night with Paige, but it underscores a whole lot about her game, the team she's on, what needs to happen. Yeah.
You did say something there that I can't help but just attach myself to a little bit, and it's the veteran coach part. And we've kind of been, I feel like we've been all season, we've been kind of on his side, trying not to be the
Yes.
naysayers of the party, and
Right.
it's just it has not suited us very well now toward the end of the season. We've tried. We really tried to pitch our hand in support of man, and unfortunately, it didn't work out the way we all had hoped. Do you think that last night's loss is going to be the thing that kind of pushes the straw that breaks the camel's back, or do you think it was already done and they just are letting him finish out the season? What are your thoughts on that part of the?
And I know we had this conversation, I think last week as well. And you're right. We were all talking the whole Grace thing. Okay, my gosh, he just got in. Lots of injuries. Can we give the guy a break? Can we give him a second to figure it out? You know, we did all the things, in terms of trying to support, and understand what Chris Coplanis walked into, the high level of expectations and everything that happened. And did that buy him some more goodwill last night, or did it the nail in the coffin kind of a thing? I don't know. I don't know. Curtis is tight-lipped. Greg is tight-lipped. No one's saying anything around the camp. You know, even when you're there at the game, you can only read body language. I would be surprised if they did bring him back, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't bring him back either way, because that's just what the Dallas Wings would do. I could see Kurt giving him another opportunity, but I could also see Kurt deciding maybe we need to go ahead and get a more veteran coach. So I can see both sides. I know it's not a good answer, maybe not what you want to hear, but this coaching situation has to be fixed in this offseason. They're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs already, and they haven't even gotten double-digit wins on the season yet. They aren't even at 10 wins on the season yet. I mean, something has to give here. Of course, there's been the injuries. Of course, there's been a lot of things going on. The meshing of, Enrique and Paige, and trying to figure things out. Then you had the surprising departures of, Dejanay and Alyssa. So it's been a lot going on. And then now you have, you know, ACL tear, from Lee, and then all the hardship. So it's been a lot going on for any coach, veteran or not. But I don't know what the Wings are going to do once the season is over when it comes to the coach. I can see him being given another opportunity, but I can also see him being let go. I know it's not a definite answer, but that's just what I see right now. I wouldn't be surprised either way.
Here's an optimistic take. All right, I'm gonna inject a little dose of optimism. So, if you're a tanking team, and let's be honest, I don't think the Wings want to win necessarily all that badly right now. Last night, immaculate. Went
that's the kind of
perfectly according to plan.
Yeah, that's the kind
Best
of
player played great,
yeah.
and you snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. That was
Textbook.
perfectly executed.
textbook competitive loss if you're desiring not to necessarily put W's in the win column. Well, I mean,
so y'all think they're tanking?
I mean, let's just get all the way down to brass tacks. This team needs an infusion of talent. And the best way, the quickest way, given the season that they're having, is to race to as quickly to the bottom as you can. And with their 2-season combined record where they are right now, I mean, they're in position to get the number 1 pick in the draft going into next year. So you'll have your choice of AZ Fudd, Lauren Betts. Like, you're going to have your choice of who you need to put alongside Paige Bueckers. So, if you're in the camp of, let's race to the bottom as quickly as we can to try to get ourselves in the best position for the best pick next year. Last night was fantastic. You saw an incredible performance from Paige, and you didn't necessarily put a W in the win column. But if you're on the side of, hey, I want to see this team, what they look like competitively while also attempting to win games, you were disappointed in the result last night because you used a 21-7 run in the third quarter to get yourself a 7-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and unfortunately you weren't able to keep it. So
Hall of Fame season. I think that's what the Wings fans want. I think.
Say it again.
Hall of Fame.
I mean,
I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm the most American person in human history. Sorry.
But when you see them out there, and Kevin, you've been at the games. They're trying to win.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I see.
Yeah.
I don't see it tanking. I see them trying to win. It's just not working out.
And honestly, they're not necessarily good enough to, as hard as they're trying to win games, to win games. But I mean, it's always on the professional to try to win because they don't give a damn on who is coming after them. They have their own jobs that they're trying to keep. So they're going to try and go out and win as many games as possible because their jobs are on the line. They're trying to put good film on, on tape for either to stay with Dallas or go somewhere else for their next job. So I never fault a player for obviously continuing to compete because that's what they're supposed to do. But from a pure fan standpoint, last night was fantastic. if you're in the camp of we want to get the best draft pick possible, but also watch Paige, light the sparks on fire. So
and we get some DoorDash discounts.
I'm about to say, and you got
what's
the whole
better
DoorDash
than some nice
bit.
delivery diskies.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't get to use the DoorDash code, so I'm a little pressed about it. I didn't get the part where it was like the Dash Pass only. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I have to pay you money to be able to get the discount. This seems egregious if you
You
ask
do?
me,
Wait a
but,
minute.
you know.
What? I was
you have to be
on that for dinner or what?
You have to be a DoorDash Pass or a special pass member of some sort. Dash Pass, that's what it is. You have to be a Dash Pass member in order to get the 50% off.
That is not even a thing.
Well, if you was already subscribed to DoorDash, you would be able to have that.
That is disturbing information.
So shout out to all the Dash
All right,
Pass
well, never
members.
mind. Thanks for nothing, Paige. Last night sucked.
No, we wanted her to still score the 44 that she got last
I
night.
don't care. She should have stopped at 39.
Hey, somebody got a discounted meal tonight,
Lost by
man.
6, and we wouldn't even be talking about this.
Right. Wouldn't even be an issue.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, now that we've really upset Bobby and really unintentionally this time, poor guy. I feel for you, but it's okay because I I feel like we should talk about the subscriber count really quick before we get to our ad break because I feel like the Wings fans owe us a solid. Okay, there's what I think Bobby said 423 left. Am I imagining that number? 420 some odd subs from 30,000. My goodness. Subscribers here on the DLLS Sports Channel. Listen, these are all my friends. You're really going to let these, my friends, not have 30,000 subscribers? That doesn't seem very polite to me. So just go ahead and hit that little subscribe button down below. Be polite.
Yes.
Give it a thumbs up while you're down there, since you're already down there anyways. Give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment. You know, we're going to get to the super chats actually right now because Bobby just, I think he accidentally read one. I don't know for certain, but I could be wrong. So we're gonna get to them. So Classic Staying Lover doesn't think we forget about him because we would never do that here on the DLS Wing Show. So
Never.
first super chat is I want to thank Paige for making this season enjoyable amongst all the heartbreak. Yeah. This is the official Thank You Paige podcast of the DLS Sports Network. So shout out Paige. We really appreciate you because Wings basketball was, some would say, miserable. And you even found a girl, like you found a way to make the manure strip, which is the mid-range jumper, in case you guys were wondering, enjoyable to watch. So shout out to Paige. She really is making magic happen this 2025 WNBA season. And then Classic Staying Lover says, we have to get Paige to stay with Dallas till she can no longer dribble a basketball. Do you think this means we have to sign AZ if we have the opportunity? Is that a non-starter for her? I'll be honest, and this is just me, okay? This is just speculation. I think that Paige is one of, if not the most professional rookies that there are in the league right now, just able to put her head down and do her job. So I think
Yeah,
if they have an opportunity to bring AZ here, they will do that for sure. But I think if it doesn't happen, I don't think Paige is going to be like in Kurt's office flipping papers and throwing binders at the ground. Like, what the heck? You didn't bring AZ here? So I think, like I said, I think it'd be great if she does come. I don't think it's really exactly what the Wings need, but if it happens, it happens, and I think it'd be
I
fun to
agree.
watch, and it would put more eyes on the Wings, to be entirely honest with both of you. So, or all three of you actually, because the TV show writes itself. Like they already have this 12-minute podcast with a brand redacted social media brand because I don't talk about that brand, but um yeah, they already have like a big brand building up for themselves and they're not even on the same team anymore. So put them on the same team, the brand builds itself, the TV show writes itself. I'm talking Real Housewives of the DLS Wings.
I mean, the entertainment value is what AZ Fudd on the team. I mean, but also she's an incredible basketball player. Like she's an incredible talent who has deep range, from the 3-point line, which would be a lot of fun to watch her just play basketball. Honestly,
I low key agree with Erica. I don't think it's what the Wings necessarily need. Yeah, it'd be fun, entertainment value. The stories would write themselves, of course, but I would like to see Paige have a season where she is on a winning squad, where um, everything is coming up roses, and she's able to establish herself in the league a little bit better. She's making a name for herself, of course, individually, with her stats and with her record breaking and record making. But I would prefer to see her without the distraction, the nice distraction of how do you pronounce her name, y'all?
AZ
AZ.
AZ.
Fudd. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was trying to say her name the correct way, without the distraction, and I'm saying it in a nice way, of her presence there. I would like to see Paige go ahead and create her legacy now, on a winning team with some new teammates, with maybe some new direction and new coaching, without the other distractions. That's just what I'm ready to see. So if she comes, great. If she
I saw
doesn't,
someone in
fine.
the yeah. I saw someone commenting about Flaw J. Johnson in the chat, and to be honest with all of you, I would rather see Flaw in a Wings jersey than AZ, but that's just
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I agree.
I think Flaw J's game would mesh really well with Pages
Mhm.
to just keep it as bare minimum on that topic as possible. Well, I think we should have a whole, WNBA draft like special episode, but unfortunately they don't do the what is it, the when they like pull the names, the lottery. Thank you, no one.
Yeah,
But they
lottery.
don't do the lottery until like February. So it's like, okay, that's it gives me a whole lot of time to talk about it. Like, oh geez, so glad we get a whole month after we just had 8 months of nothing. Now we get to talk about the way, this WNBA draft. It's just whatever. I'm not here to argue with the
Yeah.
schedule writers, but my man Classic Stang Lover did have one last super chat before we get to the quick break here on the DLS Wings podcast. But he says, prefer all of fam, but prefer keeping Paige above all. And he's right
Yeah.
about that. Whatever it takes to keep Paige. Again, I'm not of the opinion that AV is a part of the must keep Paige equation. I think if she comes, cool. If not, awesome. But I think Paige just wants to win basketball games with a competitive
Yeah.
team. And honestly,
Yeah.
to be frank with you, she wants to contend for a championship as soon as possible.
That part.
Like
That part. Yes.
that's so she doesn't care who does it alongside of her as long as she's got talented shooters. So that when she passes out for three late in the game and shoot it goes in.
AZ's knocking that down.
AZ's probably knocking that down.
but part of the reason that the Wings were only up 1 at that point and not like 10 is because Dearica Hamby was just getting layup after layup after
Killing
layup
him.
after layup after layup, because every time down the floor it's like, oh, that's only Louisa, or that's Maddie Siegrist, or that's Paige, or that she got switched off onto Isaiah. Cameron Brink is making some, like, teams with size have punished the Wings all season long, and so it is kind of like, yeah, you should probably get one of the biggest, baddest players in the draft, whether that's Betts or Fam or whoever. And there could be some trepidation with international players. In the WNBA, sometimes they don't translate immediately. But like, look how Dominic Malonga is coming on as the season is going along. Like, I think that kind of is, that myth is sort of being, I wouldn't even say myth. It really is like a major difference in the way that being an international player was in the NBA, say, like 30 years ago.
Sure.
But WNBA players are starting to break through quicker and quicker and quicker, and young players, really young players, are starting to break through quicker and quicker and quicker as well, because they're just so dang talented, and their game is so far along. And so, if they want to get shooting, you can never have enough shooting, but especially in the W, you can never have enough effective size and rim protection and just height and rebounding and touch around the basket and all that stuff. So I'm not arguing no matter who they take.
And I'm sure we'll touch on it a little bit later on when it comes to Chris Koklanis, a little further. But, I'll say this real quick before we go to break, is the idea that, if he does come back, what would it look like if Kurt Miller is able to put better talent around Paige, and what his defensive schemes can look like better executed by better players? I mean, right now this team is bottom 3 in terms of points per game allowed. They're the worst team in the league in terms of 3-point percentage, allowed, bottom 3 in terms of field goal percentage allowed. So I do wonder, if they do bring Koklanis back, what does Kurt Miller do to ensure that
the size?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how does Kurt Miller ensure that the talent that's there is able to execute what Koklanis wants to do night after night? Because if you're on that side of bringing him back with better talent, okay, that's fine. But if you're not, you might have to let the guy go who's supposed to be the defensive guy, but his team has been one of the worst defensive teams, in the league all season. That just can't.
They got playing defense. They're just so.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, how do you fix? Which one do you fix?
His experience, it didn't translate. His defensive prowess with the Suns didn't translate down here for whatever reason. People are still trying to figure that out. But I don't know, Kevin. I think they have the talent. Dejanay, I'm just, that still has stunned me. They had, I think, the size. Well, with Louisa. I mean, even though she's a center, but with Louisa and I'm sorry, I can't think her name right now. Y'all know who I'm talking. Tierra McCowan, Lee. But y'all think they need more? And I'm not ready to have the whole Enrique gone conversation either right now. So you talk about better talent and more. I'm not ready for that. I want to hear it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think this Wings team is talented. The Wings team that started in August, or that started at the beginning of the season. Of course, all the pieces have moved, and there's been lots of injuries and everything. We still haven't even seen Ty Harris yet. So what a season!
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
Can I
What a season
can I
this has
ask you
been.
guys a question, Bobby and KG? Uh, do we know what Classic Stang Lover does for work? I mean, he single-handedly funds DLLS sports.
Yeah, he been making
And,
it
like,
rain on today's show. Shout out to Classic Stain Lovers
he's-
and making it rain with the cash. We support that.
He
We
says, I
support
want
that.
Hamby with fam to teach her. I'm not exactly sure what he meant by who is teaching but he said, I want Hamby with fam to teach her. And then also, Dorothy, what area do you sit at? This is for $20, mind you. Are we
Let's
serious? Like,
go.
dude
Let's
is just
We
go.
really appreciate your generosity, dude.
like, what area do you sit at? I always look for the DLS people to try to come say hi, and but I can never spot anyone. I have a ticket right behind the scores table for tomorrow, which he told me he changes his seating location every game, so you can't look in one spot for him. Dude is somewhere
Wow.
new every game. That's not helpful. But he is going to be behind
Fancy.
the scores table tomorrow. Fingers crossed he gets off work tomorrow early.
Yay. I'm in the media section, but yeah,
What is the
come
view like
over.
in the media section at Wings games, Dorothy? Is that like is it a pretty
It
good
depends
view or?
on, yeah, it is. It's pretty, it's like kind of high up a little bit, maybe about 15 or so rows, 15, 20 rows. But you get a pretty good view of the court from end to end. You see all the action going on. So yeah, it's not like if you're at American Airlines Center up in the press box. That's
Hmm.
totally
Yeah.
different.
You
Yeah.
need some binoculars or a telescope.
If you're at American
Actually,
Airlines
really
Center,
Yeah.
but
quick,
no. Oh, sorry.
but no, before this break, I just got to get one quick rant off. I saw a chart this week that was contextlessly, really shading the Wings for being seventh overall in average attendance. And mind you, they averaged 9,000 attendees. Dorothy, can you tell the class how many seats their regular arena holds? Because I know what it is, but you go there all the time. Do you know what it is?
For College Park Center,
Do you know what the capacity for a
I
basketball game at College Park
want to
is?
say, I want to say 13.
Oh no, ma'am. Oh no, girl. Oh no, girl. They
Not
seat
that large.
seven
So then
thousand.
not. I was
Seven
gonna say
thousand.
7. I
Seven
promise.
thousand?
I was gonna say 7. I promise. I was
How do
gonna
they
say
pack
That's
7.
what.
nine in
That's
there?
what my. Oh, good job, Bobby. Look at that. Quick math. Quick on his feet.
They do.
Because so you mean to
I don't
tell
teach math.
me in a team that
What?
averaged more attendees.
Oh, because
And
the two fever games, the two fever
it
games. That's
counts
why.
for, and then it counts for
Okay,
away
okay.
Right.
games too,
They
mind you.
counted
So
those at the
a
larger
team
venue. Yeah.
averages more than the
They
capacity
can
of the
fit.
arena
They can
in
fit.
which they play
Mhm.
in. And you're going to shade them for attendance? Are y'all serious? Like, 2 plus 2 does not equal 5. Did you want them to just shove people outside and count it toward the attendance? Because that's not how this works. So, yeah, Dallas Wings, shout out to you for doing a great job with attendance this year. I just wanted to shout them out because as bad as they've been, people have still been showing up and
I
showing
was
out for
gonna
Paige
say
Bueckers,
they've
whether
been,
it's in
yes,
Dallas or elsewhere
it's
they
been
go. It doesn't
sellouts.
matter. The PB5 jerseys are everywhere. And so I just,
They are.
that little list really grinded my gears. And I am obsessed with knowing arena capacity. And so when I saw that chart, I immediately was like, they average 9,000 fans. That's really, really interesting information because I know for a fact that College Park does not seat
College
that
Park
many.
Center.
So
Yeah.
that's a really interesting number. And so then I did a little quick Google search, and Google AI helped me out and told me the truth. But it's just unacceptable. So let's just stop shading the Wings for unnecessary reasons. There are plenty of necessary reasons to shade the Wings. Let's keep the unnecessary ones to a minimum.
Well, and here's the deal, and Dorothy and KG, y'all can attest to this. Dallas is very much like a fair weather sports market. And I say that with all the love in my heart because
Yes.
I also live here and I tune in for
Yes.
the playoffs for a lot of these teams. I'm not, living and dying with every slap of the puck or every pitch, or every Cowboys snap of the ball, right? But
That's this guy.
as the games get, KG is, but
Yeah.
as the games get more important, people become more invested. But the Wings
Yeah.
have kind of operated independently of that because their team isn't very good. But over the last couple seasons, attendance is going up, partly because getting Paige is a huge boost.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
people are maybe getting tired of rooting for other teams that are perennial losers, and maybe the Wings are maybe building something and it's a little more exciting. But it wasn't always that way. I mean, whenever the Wings first moved down here, attendance was not very good. They weren't filling that building up every night or anything, but now they are, even though the team is lousy. And so I think this, more than
Right.
anything, really just underscores like you need a bigger arena. Like if you build it, they will come. Clearly, like fans want
Yes.
to watch Paige, they want to watch the Wings. And I think they're going to be pretty exciting here in the next year or two. And so get them in a building where you can fit 12,000 or 15,000 or 18,000 or 20,000. See what happens.
Yeah. And that's what they're trying
What,
to
what
do with their move down to Dallas in another year or so.
what do the Dallas Cowboys play? And I don't want to say, I don't want to be
AT&T
wrong.
Stadium.
Throw them in there, man. Like, just like figure it out, man. I've just had enough of the 7,000 seats nonsense. Like, it is nonsense. That's exactly what it is. It's just like the Atlanta Dream playing in an arena that holds like 3,500. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you lead the league in sellouts. Yeah, sellouts of nothing, but So the Dallas Wings, again, just no unnecessary shade on them for the attendance. They did a stellar job
Right.
for what they did the best they could with what they
Yeah.
had. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, more on Chris Planis and all the other things, DLS Wings pod after this quick break.
If you've been to a game at College Park Center before, you probably know what the views look like. Unless you're like me, you don't know what it's like from the media section. But the best way to find out what the view is like at any arena, at any venue, for any kind of event, whether it's WNBA, NBA, football, a concert, NHL, doesn't matter, is by using the Game Time app. With Game Time, you get a panoramic view of your seat wherever it is before you buy it, so you know exactly where you're going to be sitting. And also, with their all-in pricing, you know exactly what you're going to be paying up front. There's no surprise fees at checkout. There's no hidden fees. There's going to be none of that stuff. You know exactly what you're getting and how much you are going to pay for that seat before you even get to the checkout screen. So they really take the pressure and the pain and the guesswork out of buying on the Game Time app. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. You can create an account and redeem code DLLS for 20% off. Tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. KG, what time is it?
Game time.
Woo, woo. Also, you got to wear a hat. You got to look good. And with it being as miserably hot outside as it is and very bright, you need to feel good too. And you need to protect your eyes. You need to protect your neck. Whatever it is, you got to be safe and you got to look good while you're doing it. So whether you need snapbacks, truckers, fitteds, beanies, or tees even, Branded Bills has you covered with both performance and style. They have a partnership with 40 colleges as part of their campus collection, including locally TCU. All right, go Horned Frogs, Texas Tech, Guns Up. Is that what they say? Guns Up for the
Tech.
Raiders.
Oh, Red Raiders.
Yeah, whatever. Or Texas. You know, they say hook 'em. Okay. No UT Dallas comments yet, but those are, I'm sure, on the way. Game Time or Branded Bills will also get with you to help set your brand, help your brand stand apart from the crowd. You can start an order, and their dedicated design team will help you create the exact custom apparel you're looking for. Head to brandedbills.com and use code BBDLLS for 15% off your first order. And now that we are back, I can safely say that was one of the worst ad reads I've ever done in my life.
Oh, wow.
I want to apologize to my friends, my family, my coworkers. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again.
Man, I think you did an okay job, Bobby. I think it's fine.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You did.
Man,
You were
I've gone
great.
through a whole show without,
You were great.
without calling someone the wrong name though. This is like a record-setting BLS Wings podcast. Bad
That is
ad
true.
break. Erica has gotten all the names right. We've gone 43 minutes though, and we have actually yet to talk about the fact that Lee Yaroo is done for the season with the Dallas Wings, and I feel like that
Oh,
in itself. We talked about the way that Cam Brink and Derek Amby were just getting all they wanted on the inside last night. You have to think that part of the reason was because Lee Yaroo wasn't playing for the Wings last night, and that's terrible. This is a huge
that
loss, literally and figuratively.
and it was like yet another. It's like the hits just keep on coming for this Dallas Wings team, and to hear her go down and out for the rest of the season, it's like, okay, what else can go wrong? Well, let me not say that, but yeah, most definitely, she was playing good. She was finding her rhythm, finding her place after getting here from the storm. Finding her place with this team and gaining the fan base and gaining the trust of her teammates. And then this happens. The Wings just can't buy a break. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and then you had JJ Quinterly go down with what was a non-contact injury last night in the fourth quarter. Yeah, it was not great. That's my wife's favorite player so far this year is JJ Quinterly. She loves the rookie who's been making an impact this year. Hopefully she'll be okay when we find out her status. But yeah, her going down with that non-contact injury last night, having to leave the game in the fourth quarter was disappointing to see. So hopefully she'll be okay.
Yeah, it's
And
one
then
after the,
Enrique being sidelined. It's like, it just, man, I don't know.
it's one after the next. And then, from like a qualitative standpoint, quantitative standpoint, you need your players out there. You need healthy bodies, right? You need your players
Yeah.
healthy. But from a qualitative standpoint, Lee's probably their best shooter. Like, she is just a great spot up shooter, and also your ability to have your center step out 25 feet and spot up. You got a real tough decision to make if you're the opposing center. Do I stay close to Lee, who's knocking down a bunch of open trays all night long, or do I help on these drives? And they don't necessarily have to pose that problem to opponents anymore. I mean, Luis is a really good shooter in her own right, but she doesn't provide that same sort of size, rim presence, rebounding presence that Lee does, and so it's a huge loss for them. And that kind of goes back to, like, that's why I don't think last night really adds or subtracts anything from anyone's job security, because it's like you're playing without a center, you're already playing without Enrique, all your veterans are gone. It's just kind of like, I don't know what more there is left to say. The big bummer, I think, though, is that these last few weeks of the season is when you want your rookies to get as much playing time as possible. But if Lee and JJ Quinterly are both going to be out the whole season, then it's like, well, that's two young players you would love to see play a bunch of minutes, and now they're not going to play any. So that's just a huge bummer.
It does support the agenda, though. It does support a certain agenda if you're on that particular agenda.
Yes.
For sure.
But, yeah, for sure. But I don't know. I just, as a media member, but also as a longtime fan, of the Dallas Swings, as, a native Dallasite, I sure hate, for all these things. It's just a perfect storm of everything going wrong for this team. They had such high hopes, with, Kurt coming in, with new management, taking on the title of GM, with all the success he had, and then bringing in a new coach, and no one knew who he was, but we were hopeful. And then, with the new arena, new practice facility, there was, the number one pick, and everything just that could go wrong did go wrong for this Wings franchise. And so I hope that as this off season, is upon us, that they're able to gather themselves and chart a new course and a new direction as soon as possible. The fans are still there. The fans are still with them. The fans are still, supporting them. But it's time to get some wins. It's time for this Wings team to do something.
Well, guys, I have one question for you. Do we all think that the Wings get to 10 wins this season?
How many chances they got left?
Let's
Like 8?
Let's look at their schedule. I mean, they've got this
8 more
week.
games.
This week
Seattle
they've
on
got
Friday.
they got Seattle at home tomorrow, Golden State at home on Sunday, and then Connecticut.
They're beating Connecticut.
They're gonna beat Connecticut on Sunday.
Book them.
The game on Friday against Seattle. Seattle is a little. They're in some turbulent waters right now. I'm not sure what's going on with them. Golden State's been the story of the season from a team perspective. Not only Nikasi's done fantastic work. We were talking about attendance earlier. Valhalla, it seems like a place where you would want to go to watch a WNBA game because they've had fantastic attendance this year. And then you finish up 4 of your last 5 games on the road at Atlanta, at Minnesota, at Golden State, at Los Angeles again, and then back home against a Phoenix team who right now is trying to secure the number 2 seed, in the playoffs. So I think next Wednesday, they beat Golden State earlier this year.
They also beat New York.
They're beating Connecticut.
They're beating Connecticut. Yeah, I'll give them Connecticut.
They are ending with precisely double-digit wins.
No more, no less.
Yeah, they beat Golden State at home earlier this year. That was back on June 17, 80-71.
That was a long
time ago.
Like a different lifetime.
That's literally 2 months ago.
Barely even remember
that's
that.
Crazy. That was 2 months
ago.
But yeah, I would say their best shot is next Wednesday against Connecticut and Marina Mabry, for sure.
You don't think tomorrow night?
Seattle is such a
Dorothy,
weird team right
are
now.
you willing to make the prediction, Dorothy?
I mean, coming off of Paige's, historic night, and everybody's, just still excited about that. And okay, I will go out there on a limb. Okay, the 10th win, the first double-digit win tomorrow night.
Let's
Oh,
go.
wow. Okay.
I'm
All right.
Let's go.
All right. That
Guys,
faith
I
of a
really hate to
mustard
do
seed.
this,
I
but I'm
see you. I
about
see
to.
you.
I'm really about to bring the vibes
Fake as
down
a
because
mustard.
I just got a text
Oh
message from my
no.
good friend David Veenstra. Shout out to him; he's in the chat today. But he let me know that the news is official. JJ Quinterly has officially been ruled out for tomorrow versus Seattle. That
Oh, I haven't
you
seen
just hate to
that.
see it, man. You hate to see it.
See that.
Yeah, that's
And
disappointing to hear.
she
No
went.
words,
Yeah,
only
she stepped
tears.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, she. Okay, I see that now. Yeah. Oh, see,
Yeah.
as I'm
So
saying, it's like
tomorrow,
what can go wrong will go wrong.
yeah, JJ's out. Enrique will remain out. And Lee Rue. I do want to ask Dorothy real quick.
Can I take it back?
Oh, you want to take the prediction back now? Um,
No.
is there any possibility that
Yes.
the Wings shut down Enrique for the rest of the season at this
I
point?
mean, Paige? Enrique's
I
already
was
out, isn't
I
she?
was
No, I'm saying
watching.
shutting down Enrique for the rest
Yeah.
of the season
I
with
thought
her.
I thought she was already Dunsky's, right? Or no?
Uh-uh.
Oh,
No. They just said that she's
Well,
out
she's
for the.
sidelined. Yeah, they
Yeah.
haven't ruled her. Yeah,
okay.
they haven't officially ruled her out. They just said updates will come with her. I
Oh no.
I think we might have lost Dorothy, but I think I'll say this. Here's my prediction. There's one more update for Enrique coming this year. All right, and it's going to arrive in our inboxes in about a week and a half.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's the update.
Okay.
okay.
And the update is going to
Can you
be
hear me?
it's so over. It's over,
It's
but Dorothy
Jover.
is so back.
That's
Can you
right.
hear me?
Yep.
But yeah, Seattle has they're on the road for 4 straight games starting on Friday against Dallas. They're at Dallas, at Washington, at Indiana, at Minnesota, and right now this is a team in Seattle. It's what 18 and 18 on the season. At one point, this was a team that was playing really good basketball and dipped below 500. After a loss to Atlanta. They haven't been playing great basketball at all, and they got some things to figure out. So I don't know if that starts on the road tomorrow against Dallas, but it's certainly a possibility because they got a road win against Chicago. So they're in the middle of a 5-game road trip right now as they get ready to, close down.
I think the
their
big
season.
drama is I see number 4 Phoenix Mercury staring down a first-round matchup with the number 5 Aces right now. I don't know if you want to play the Aces right now, Erica.
Whew.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't at all. I don't want to be a freaking part of it. I'm about to drive up to Phoenix for this post game show, and I'm literally gonna be sweating buckets the whole time. And let me just paint the picture for you, okay? As Dallas Wings fans, you've got to be familiar with a terrible sidelines out of bounds play from Satu Sabli late in the game. I mean, you've just got to be familiar with it because it's not new. It's nothing new. It's actually exactly in her bag. Unfortunately, I love Sato. I've been watching her since she was at Oregon, but those late game decision like, oh my god, I just you stand there and you're like, what am I watching? Am I watching charity basketball? Like, did you guys step into prison basketball for just a second
Oh
and then come
my.
back? I just don't understand because like you have the ball and then you throw it right to Chelsea Gray, the best passer in the WNBA. Like, that's not and then you have Cockman throws it over to and then the leading assist passer in the WNBA. Oh, Ellis Thomas, yeah, she's gonna turn it over too. So if you have Phoenix Mercury, you're just gonna bust is what's gonna happen. This is what happens every year if you're a team that Erica likes.
She was riding high
Dallas can't get
for
to
about 2.5 months.
Well, your boy Nate Tibbetts isn't, using hardly anybody off his bench these days. So, I mean, we're not going to get this deep into that. But, yeah, your boy Nate Tibbetts is a little under fire there because he refuses to play anybody of significance off the bench. Kalani Brown looking over there like, can I get some run? Can I get any run around here in
Kalani's
Phoenix.
like, can I go back to Dallas? Like, I will be
No,
a
she's not
wing
begging.
again.
No, she's not down that bad.
Wings
now.
could
She-
use some
she-
size.
She's not down that bad.
She would get playing
no.
time.
Dude, get 40 minutes a game right now.
She don't want what's going on in this situation down here in Dallas. I will say real quick, Asia Wilson, my gosh, like ever since that 53-point beatdown that the Aces suffered to Minnesota, they've won 8 straight and they're beating down. They're winning everything in their path right now. And Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier's injuries kind of opened the door up for Asia Wilson to potentially get number 4 as far as her MVP is concerned. So the Aces are a team right now you do not want to see any part of Las Vegas. They're only a half game now out of the number 2 seed in the playoffs, which is, given where they were about a month and a half ago, did not think that was possible. But yeah, Asia Wilson has been incredible for Las Vegas.
I'll say it. As long as Nafisa doesn't win MVP, I don't care if it's Asia or AT, as long as it's not anyone on the Minnesota Lynx. And I know,
Oh wow!
I know.
Oh, some Nafisa hate. Is that what we're doing now? Is that what we're doing?
No, not fee hatred, not fee hatred. Okay, it's not that at all. Okay, I wish I could hate fee. You see the UConn? How can I bleed blue for crying out loud? You think I can? Dorothy didn't even see my glow in the dark Paige Bueckers, and still I bleed blue. I could never hate Nafisa, but no, I'm good.
Speaking of Dorothy, Dorothy just texted me. She's having some phone issues, but she just changed her prediction.
Oh,
She said the Wings will get their 10th win on Sunday.
against Connecticut? Is that the game against?
No. There's one more game before
No,
Connecticut.
against the Mystics.
Oh,
The
Wait,
Mystics.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the South. I'm looking
Wait.
at the Wings.
no, that's the
That's Golden
Valkyries.
State.
Yeah, that's
Valkyries?
Valkyries.
Okay. Okay.
My bad, everybody.
By the way, speaking of, the Golden State Valkyries, shout out to Veronica Burton, who has been
No,
fantastic.
don't do shout outs for players that should still be here.
I'm just saying, between her and Azurá Stevens, those are my two leading most improved player candidates.
Too many players that were like on this team,
Former Dallas Wings.
like while we've been open. It's like if you were on the Wings when DLLS existed, like then it's just a shame. Odds are you're going to the Hall of Fame.
the All-Star teams and all W teams you could build with former Dallas Wings
Yes.
players is kind of
Skylar
insane.
Diggins.
Like
Yeah.
Alicia Gray in Atlanta. Hell, Kayla Thorne was
Alicia
an
Gray.
all-star for Golden State this year in her, inaugural season with Golden State. So
Right.
yeah.
And her very first All-Star appearance.
Exactly. Very first All-Star appearance for Kayla Thornton. So yeah, it's kind of wild the great teams you could build. And we didn't even mention Satu Sabli, of course, is with Phoenix these days. So
Well, Erica hates her.
she'll
All
love her
right,
again.
let's
She'll-
not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. Okay, Erica doesn't hate anyone except Cheryl Reeves and the Minnesota Lynx. So
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
it's a tough list to be on. But Classic Stanglover is one person I don't hate with a buzzer beater super chat. Come on now, he said watch party for an away game with Dorothy. Dude, this dude
Ooh.
is pressed.
We
He
should
would
do it.
like
Well,
to meet you guys.
I don't know how many games there are left, but we should do something. If nothing else, then for next season we absolutely will. It takes a little bit of planning to do events, but
Mm-hmm.
we do need to do more of those. We absolutely should do one. If nothing else, for next season, or honestly, for lottery night, because that's going to be a pretty big one.
That should be a pretty big one as well. That's right.
Yeah,
See,
we'll
these
get
are great
something
ideas,
going.
guys.
We'll get something going.
And then I did. This isn't a super chat, but I laughed out loud. Actually, Skylar. Oh, this is Ghost of Garula Itis. I don't. I'm so sorry. I can't read. Actually, Skylar Diggins is my MVP. She's done amazing work in only a couple years, totally destroying that one-story professional basketball franchise.
I'm staying away from that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that
I
one.
don't think she can take all the credit there, guys. I think there's more people that are involved in this than just Skylar Diggins. But
I mean, one day we're gonna have a real discussion about, organizationally, what's going on down here with the Dallas Wings. Because as we mentioned, all the players that have come through this organization that aren't here anymore, that are thriving everywhere else. If it's one or two, okay. When it's a collection of all-stars and all W players who all go everywhere else and go thrive, we're gonna have to have a conversation at some point.
I feel like, Bobby, I haven't given you a second to talk about the event you told me about earlier, so I want to give you a moment to do that.
Well, if you're a diehard, hey, we're doing some basketball film. Maybe I'll throw some Wings film in there too, honestly. Might as well.
Ooh.
We're doing a little basketball film
Break down Paige's
party
44
sesh
point game
at the DLLS Sports Studio in Victory Park. It is an event for diehards only, but if you're interested, want a little more information, it's coming up this Monday, August 25th from 7 to 9 p.m. For more info, alldlls.com/events. All of the info is on there. Again, got to be a diehard to come. There's a small fee that's just we're going to donate that money to Big Brothers Big Sisters. That's basically just to make sure that you actually show up. We're going to feed you. We're going to give you drinks. We're not going to drink you.
we're going to provide you with
We're going to
accommodations.
provide you with drinks and with food and with good times. So hope to see some or all of you there.
I'm jealous that I don't get to come. I'm not gonna lie, you guys.
You got 2 days to book a flight and become a diehard, Erica. So get to it.
Wait, I don't become an honorary diehard? This is crazy. I'm flying to Dallas and I still have to pay the fee?
That if you get to Dallas, then I'll let you in for free. I will make that exception for
Okay.
you.
Book it. All right. Well, I really appreciate everyone tapping in with us today. I know it was a little bit of a more depressing episode than normal. I honestly feel like it was comparatively. I feel like we try to keep things a little more on the optimistic side. And today we all were just looking at the water falling
44
down the
though.
toilet. You know?
44. We're feeling good.
Oh my gosh. Wait. So Big Four, 44, Flau'jae Johnson is a Dallas Wing. I got it, guys.
Oh, wow.
Holy crap.
Oh, wow.
That's
right.
crazy.
Wow.
Oh man, that's
Wow.
tough. All right, well, go listen to Flau'jae Johnson on Apple Music, and we actually will be live with you guys next Thursday because I already know that that's what day they're gonna say is Thursday. So we'll see you guys on next Thursday. Thank you guys for tapping in. Don't forget to subscribe to DLLS because they got to be less than 420 now. I know if
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Was that the surprise? Yeah, I don't see. Oh, there. Oh, there she is. You're good. We see you. Oh, no, we don't anymore. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Well, that was Erica.
Bye, Erica.
All right. Well, he's Kevin Gray. That's Elijah Smith. Oh, that's Erica. Do you hear us? Do you see us?
I can. Sorry about that. I got a work call and it scared the
Oh no,
Jeez, out of
you're
me.
good. You're good.
But yeah, that's been Bobby. That's been KG. Elijah, he fixed Dorothy's screen. Shout out to him for that. And shout out to Dorothy J. Gentry for being on the show today. And listen, as the mayor, I'm going to have to cancel school so she can be here more timely. And also in studio again. We miss her. I'm not even there and I still miss her. That's not fair. Yeah, we'll see you guys next Thursday.
We all silly like the mayor.